There we go. You're Mr. Popular tonight, hey? You're the new Mr. Wonderful because you're on a couple lives in one night.
Yep, that's my second podcast for tonight.
I was gonna watch. I can go back and watch the replay. I was gonna, but we were just like eating, getting supper ready and stuff, and doing all that. But I seen you guys were on. Who were you with? And I just seen your live, like your notification.
So we were doing it was a podcast for it's called the Yak Chat, and that's hosted on Bearded Dad Fishing. We do it like every 2 weeks,
Oh, okay.
8 o'clock on Sundays. So we were talking about crappy kayaks today.
Oh, that brings me to my actual thing. Do you know what I was gonna actually say we should talk about? Because you're the guy to talk to about this. I'm not.
About kayaks?
Yeah, I was gonna say kayaks because I actually have some questions. That's why I went back on your video and I was watching kayak videos. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys got the catch or power. What is it? Pelican Power 100? That's what it's called, right?
Right now, I got the this or last year I got the Pelican Catch Power 100.
Oh, okay.
And I bought that used. The kayak I had before that, I still have the other kayak, is the Lifetime Teton 100. That's paddle only. But I love that Pelican Catch Power 100.
That thing looks so cool. I seen them like I've been looking at kayaks again lately because I was thinking about maybe getting a different one later. And then I was watching yours. So basically, it's basically geared up for basically like a trolling motor, right? Because it's got the power wires that run through it already, right?
Right. So on the back you have, I forgot what it's called. It's where you attach your Minn Kota motor. I'm forgetting what that thing's called, but it's built in, perfect. Your trolling motor is never going to fall off. It's really nice.
Oh, I remember that's what you were talking about, like the back. What's that mount called that holds the motor then, or whatever it's called?
I'm just having a brain fart, but that block, and it's got a nice little ledge on that block where even if that motor were to somehow slide up, if you didn't have it tight enough, it's got a little lip on it, so you're never going to lose your trolling motor.
Oh, okay, bonus.
It is pre-wired, so the only downside with that is, say you wanted to use your Minn Kota on this boat, and then you also want to use it on another boat. Well, you have to trim the wires, and they have a special, like, little socket that you put on it. You plug it in the back, and then you put your battery up in the front, and the wires come up through the front, and that's where you attach, your positive, negative.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Really, really nice. I love that thing. I got another battery for it. I saw that review, so now I have 2 batteries for it. I have like a 100 amp hour, like the normal size. It's like maybe like this wide.
100 amp. Okay, right. That's yeah, right. That's the first one you got, right?
Yeah, that Lostagy one. And then this other company contacted me. It's called Lee Pulse. And like, hey, you want to collaborate? You know how it is. You want to collaborate?
Right.
And I'm like, oh man, I already got a battery.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I saw they had these mini ones that were still 100 amp hour. I had never seen that before, so I'm like,
yeah,
heck yeah, send me one of those. I'll take it out for test drive, do a review on it.
They'll be pretty good, hey.
Yeah, and if I'm ever going like on a really, one thing that's nice about that, if I'm ever going like on a really long trip, I could use the one I normally use in the front, and then I could store that one in the back really easily. I could put it in my kayak crate.
That's handy. That's a good setup.
Yeah, if I did run out of juice, and just quickly plug in that other one.
Right. Yeah. Hey Gary, foodie adventures, get those fishies. Yeah, we're kind of in standstill now. Well, we can still go out. You just don't want to drive on the ice right now. It's getting kind of sketchy. Gary, are we having a duck race tonight? Oh, probably. I'm slowly coming off a no fishing withdrawal. A season ended on the 15th of Duncairn. Yeah, I was out yesterday or 2 days ago. That's probably gonna be my last day because I got enough for 2 videos now. But I was out a couple days ago. There's still like 20 inches of ice in lots of the places, but lots of the holes that they're already pre-drilled. I think the water's just undermining it with the current because I went and like walking around and you could look down the holes and you could see like off to like a 10-degree angle. It's getting like totally undermined with the current. You definitely want to put your truck in it now. You'd lose a wheel for sure, but it wouldn't be very good at all.
Now, are you still using your flashers? Were you using those the last time you went out?
Yeah, I was a couple days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those pretty cool, man. I really like. I would have never thought. I mean, I've seen those sold in stores before for if you're trolling.
Sorry. The salmon flashes. For a second, I thought you meant my digital one. Oh, right. Yes, I got you now.
Yeah, I've seen those for years. I've gone on charters where the captains use those, but I would have never thought to use one of those ice fish. I don't know if that was your idea or you
I
picked it
thought,
up.
like, I literally thought of that idea probably a few months ago. I just never thought of doing it because I wanted to make sure. Like, I messaged the conservation officer, just tell him exactly what I'm doing, just to make sure it's legit. And I kind of figured it would be because it's just basically another line down. It's not. It's like a camera or whatever. But he said as long as you don't have a hook on it or anything like that, it's classified as non-angling. But that is kind of cool though. Hey, like you do it like the 4-inch ones. I think work better. The first day I had that big one down, I think it scared the fish off just because they thought it was something maybe too big or I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it. Like I would, if I had just had to pick one of them, that's what I would have picked, the little smaller one to do that.
Yeah,
But
I
it
think
seemed
it
like
was.
seemed like it worked. Like that, it's just a crazy idea. And you said you actually officially cleared it with a CO.
Yeah, just to make sure. In Saskatchewan, anyways, it's good. I mean, it's probably the same everywhere else, but I would definitely ask. You don't want to get in trouble and post a video.
What I could see the only problem, or not really a problem, but I could see them like watching from a distance. They see you guys.
Oh God, I know. I was ready for it.
You got 5 lines in, and then you come on in. They're like, "No, buddy, I saw you got binoculars."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he caught me. Oh, that like if he did, I was always thinking that too. If he rolled up to the hole and he sees a whole bunch of rods down with one dude, but I would explain to him, and I did save like the message conversation. I got it texted from the conservation officer from that exact reason, and he states right in it he's so and so from this place or division. And then he said it was okay to legally use it and everything, but. Oh yeah, if somebody rolls up and sees like literally 4 rods down with just me, he's gonna be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Nothing. Caught me.
What do you guys get the same as us? 3 lines with hooks on them?
No, we get 2 here.
Oh,
We don't get 3. Yeah, you guys get 3. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we get 3, and then there's like additional rules of how many hooks on the lines and all that. There's all kinds
Right.
of crazy,
Yeah,
but you can have 3 rods out.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
I wish we could have 2 rods in open water. I'd always have one with a bobber and a worm tossed out, and then just like casting with the other one because you can have 2 in open water then, right? Or
Yeah, you could have 3. You could set 3 rods out if you want to.
oh, even open water. I thought it was just ice maybe for you.
No, in fact, I better check. I'm pretty sure it's the same with ice.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Water, that's totally fine. You can have 3 rods going out there.
I'm just gonna change the screen real quick. I got some more footage I'm throwing on from the trout pond with like for fish in the background. But yeah, continue then. Yeah, that's something. Hey, it seems so weird.
I forgot to tell my people that I was going to be on your channel here.
Oh, good. We don't have to do it super long tonight because it is late for you anyways too. But we haven't did it in a while, so I'm like, Then Jason got sick. Well, whatever. Just us. I was gonna.
With these mealworms you have on the screen right now. Those are. I'm assuming that is live bait, right? Those mealworms.
Yeah, they're classified as live bait. That's the closest we get for live bait in Saskatchewan. It's like leeches, night crawlers, and mealworms. That's it. You can't have like minnows that are like Manitoba. They can get live bait and everything.
When you put those on, are you kind of right through the worm, like from the
Yeah, I do. I try to like cover the hook entirely and just kind of like loop it up like that U or whatever, just to kind of shy it away.
I've never seen it done like that, but I really like it because in that one video he had, where you had it on the jaw, but they weren't hitting it hard enough for the jaw jack to go off.
Oh God, that was with the perch. It's on this one too. I put it at the end or whatever, right? That's the one you're talking about. Those goddamn.
They were hitting that thing pretty darn hard, and that mealworm was still not coming off. So I'm going to try that next year when I'm ice fishing.
Yeah, it seems to work. See, I never used to do it this way until a bunch of guys told me to do it this way because I used to put it on the other way, just kind of like wrap it, but then it makes it way harder for that exact reason to get the worm off, just because the barb keeps it on too, and it'll just last longer as well.
No, I like that. And then because when I go, I like to have at least 2 rods down. So like I like to have one down there, and then I like to jig at least one down, and I like to jig another one.
Yeah.
You get a fish, you got to reel, you reel the one fish up. I like still having something down there so that that school of fish doesn't take off.
That's exactly it too. It's especially with perch too. Like you've got lots of perch at that one video you had. Hey, just to keep them entertained, keep them there. If you have 2 rods going at least or anything, because one time, or my 1 2B rod doesn't fit on the jacker, so I'd have to use my 1 rod on the jacker and only have 1 rod sometimes. So switching between take a worm or something, then you lose all the fish. But yeah, like you said, it's great to have that.
Yeah, because I've had days where I'm seeing hundreds of fish down there, hundreds of fish, schools of fish, and then some I'll pick both rods up, for whatever reason, and then I'm like, oh man, they're all gone. I put it back down, and they don't cut. Like I won't see like a school of fish for another half an hour. I'm like, damn it, But if I would have had that rod down there,
Yeah.
they're small school, maybe then a pike would come in, or maybe a bigger perch would come in.
Right. Yeah. No, I hear it. Gary says, I was going to invite you out the last days, fish the shack, the live. Oh, you got a live scope, Gary? That's cool. But had to pull out last Sunday, Wednesday. Can you? Yeah. Yeah, the water got kind of greasy there for a while. And, well, it's not really good anymore now, but better to be safe. There's one guy that left out of there at the landing. There was a whole bunch of shacks out. Everybody had them off pretty early, but there was one guy out there with like a big long tandem like camper that he converted into one. That thing be heavy. I get that off pretty. It's off now, but holy man, I'd be waiting a little too long. I think with those heavy old wagons. I'm up way
Yeah.
past my bedtime. Just tuned in. Dickin' fishing. Is that is
Oh,
it?
that's my buddy Darius.
Oh, awesome. Is it DK and fish? Is it supposed to be like Dickin' fishing?
Dick and fish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I figured so. That's great.
Last name's Kincannon, so that's awesome. What's up, Darius? And it's also past my bedtime as too, because I work, Darius, at 6 in the morning. I wake up at 4 in the morning, which so no, I gotta wake up in 5 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh, do you have to drive far to work?
Huh?
Do you drive far to work, or is it?
Like a half an hour, 40
Oh, it's
minutes.
far enough then. Yeah, yeah,
And all that fun stuff. And so yeah, I always wake 4 o'clock in the morning, but whatever. This is
yeah. Gotta hate those
part
early mornings.
part of the YouTube is no sleep.
Really, hey, I know. Ellen
Oh,
says, is the longer rod better for the jacker? Maybe yes and no. You can adjust them too. I know the longer rods, like anything more than like the 38, like the dipstick frostbites, they really put a bend in those rods. You can break them, snap the tip off like I did on the one rod, but I don't think it really. You may get more of a slap once it sets off if it's a longer rod. Because you can get those shorter Canadian Tire ones, like the 26s or whatever. They won't have as much like oomph when they snap because it's kind of like the back of the rod more so that sets it off more than the front. Maybe that make a little bit of a difference, but I think so.
yeah, I've never used a jaw jacker, but I definitely want to after seeing your videos. And I just
They're nice to have. Yeah.
the right power to them, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. They do. I like to have them. They're pretty handy.
Stiff rod to do that, pretty much. Probably.
What's that? Sorry?
Does it have to be more of a stiff rod?
Not really. Like I said, I used the dipstick the 1 year. It's enough. Like you can set the angle a little bit on the back of the jaw jacker to adjust with the rods. And then also where the tip fits down, you can make it go farther out one way or the other. So you can kind of adjust it to make it work, but it'll always be enough pressure really. As long as you don't like over cork your rod if it's too long of a one. If you get like a 40-inch, it may be too long maybe, but it's getting pretty close at 38. You don't want to break the tip off like I did. That's the first day about the first time out with the dipstick. I broke it. It was, I think it's the last one or 2 inches ago now, but it was the first fish in the jacker. It just snapped the tip right off. Probably, but those ones are fiberglass rods too, so it probably didn't help it. The graphites are a little tougher, but whatever. They actually sent me another rod anyways. I asked them if there was warranty, and I said what I did. I put it in the jacker, and there was nothing stating that you shouldn't do it, but you just still shouldn't do it though. It's just too flimsy at the end of it because it's such a longer noodle rod. But whatever,
And
I guess.
I'll back that up with a warranty.
Yeah, they just sent another one and everything.
Oh, yeah.
A full new rod. So I have two of them. One's just an inch shorter than the other one, so it worked out pretty good.
That's frostbite, right?
Yeah, that's a frostbite one. Larry's Larry's from Australia. Do you watch Larry? Brian, I'm not sure if you do or don't. Do you know him?
Oh, you know what?
Larry's fishing.
I
He's from.
I forgot to scroll to the bottom of the chat. I'm still halfway up in the chat.
Oh, that's good. Larry's. What time are you at now? It's early morning with you, I think, right? Good day from down under. It's like 6 in the morning or something there. Because I don't remember what your time switchover is.
It's got to be pretty early. Sometimes Larry will like premiere a video at like 2 or 3 in the morning my time, so it's got to be pretty early for him right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Ellen. Yeah. It's whatever. They all will work really. Maybe the most optimal is like the medium, like this 35 or 6 inch. I don't know. Whatever people want to do, I guess they all work.
Nice.
What else you guys talk? Oh yeah, so kayaks then. So that I'll bring it up on the screen. So here's the catch. I'm gonna switch the thing over. I'll let this loop finish with the fish before I switch it because I got it reset now. It's on like a 20-minute thing. Then I'll switch it over. But do you have it? What other kayak did you use before than the catch power then?
So the first one was a 10-foot lifetime Teton. Pretty cheap. Like in the U.S. funds, they usually go on sale for as low as like $350 in the summer. You'll see them at like 475, something kind of crazy high. Well, crazy high for that kayak.
Right.
And then every summer, like 5 or 6 times during the summer, that thing will go on sale. And like I said, it'll go from like 475 all the way down to 350. And
Oh yeah.
I know every time it does because I did a video on the Lifetime Teton, and I'll see the numbers for that video spike like
Oh, I
crazy.
bet. Hey, everyone's just searching for it in deals and.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I see a sale on it,
Yeah.
and
Everything
trying
is
to.
so inflated, even like probably 300% on any retail item to start with. They can go down that much. Just
Yep,
overcharging. Yep.
yep. Every time I see that video spike up, I'm like, Dix must have a sale. I check, and every single time,
Sales on.
you know,
Works good for
oh,
you though.
people want to know, if it's a good kayak or not. So they do what everybody does. They go on
Yeah.
YouTube and it's good for Brian. So
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, because the other ones I was looking at too, it was the Pelican. It was the Catch 100 and 110. I was trying to figure out the main differences, but it's just like the storage compartment in the front. I think I looked at, and they're both 10 foots, I believe, and they weren't like super heavy, so they're easy to handle, which is a good thing too. I've seen some guys get the big like 12-foot ones that are super heavy. Then you almost need a trailer.
I'm the storage you're talking about. Is it just one where you turn? It's like the circle. You
Yeah,
turn
that's
it.
it. Just in the front.
Mine has one of those now. Granted, I bought mine used, so I don't know what the person did before it. I'm sure anything that would have wrecked it, but I stored something in that little container in that bag, and it got completely soaked. So I don't even use my storage
Oh,
anymore.
kind of leak. Doesn't exactly leak proof. Yeah, I believe it. Well, I guess even running my old kayak like throughout the summer, it does. It's like all the screw holes, everything slowly gets water in throughout the day or couple days, whatever. You got to drain it anyways. They're not exactly
The only,
seal proof, I don't think.
the only thing I keep in that now, I had a hat last year that my son bought me, and it was good luck. The second I put the thing on, I caught so many fish, but it got so nasty, so gross.
Oh
But I
yeah,
didn't want my
nice and
lucky hat.
smelly.
It's my lucky hat, though, right? Caught big fish. So I took that thing, I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I put it in that storage container. So it's always in my
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
And the good luck has stayed with it. I wasn't about to talk.
Never can never part with it. Oh god. Oh, Larry said it's only 1 o'clock their time. I thought it was
Is that it?
earlier or late. I guess I thought it was way early. Yeah, earlier in the morning than 1 p.m.
All right.
Good to know. Yeah. And then, so how long is your Catch 100 then? Catch Power 100.
The Catch Power 100, 10 foot. Oh wait, no, it's not even 10 foot. It's shorter than 10 foot. It's my bad. I might have said it wrong earlier. It's 9 foot, not long,
Okay.
but it's a little bit wider. I don't know exactly how wide it is. It's extremely stable. I feel really good on it.
Can you stand in that one?
Yeah, last week when I was on Lake St. Clair, I posted a video on that, and I caught two or three of them of those smallmouth wop on the boat.
Okay. Nice.
But too wavy. Like it's not the most stable, but
It's
if
pretty decent though.
yeah, like a boat. If you know a wave's coming, you could even still stand if you know a wave's coming. Like a boat had gone by, I saw it coming. Now, if it looks like a real big wave, like real big wake, I'll sit my butt down for a minute, let that wake go
Be
by,
a
and then
little
stand.
safer. You can topple over,
Right.
yeah. And don't have that again and lose all your stuff.
No, I've lost stuff. It is, man.
Oh yeah. Good stuff. Oh, I would imagine knocking it over with your batteries and stuff in it too, like your big lithium. Sink that thing.
Right. Now,
That's a
what I'd really like to get eventually. Now, it's not. I don't know if you consider a kayak, but it's what you have. If I ever whenever I get a pickup truck, I love that Pelican thing that you have.
oh, the Bass Raider.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
It's so fun. Just like it's just because you can sit. I really want it because you can put up to like I think it said a 4 horsepower motor on it, and there's just the swivel seats too. And two buddies can be on it, kind of chilling out on it, and you can sit up high, which is kind of nice too.
The
But
swivel seats, because I got a swivel seat that Catch Power as well. I love even if you're not.
oh, I didn't know that. That's nice.
Yeah, even if you
Oh,
don't need to turn around 360. I mean, you can. And
just grabbing your stuff behind you at least then.
even just being able to turn, I'd even say like 45 degrees, just enough to, if you can turn, if you can just turn like this,
Mm-hmm.
it's you can reach everything. Whereas like if you're perfectly forward, I mean,
It's hard on your back too.
your back, your shoulder, blowing everything out.
Yeah.
Your balance is all off. I don't think I would ever get another kayak that didn't after having this.
Used to the
that
swivel for sure. Oh, I don't blame you.
or I would somehow rig it up to where you could, like an aftermarket part to where you could put a swivel seat on it. It
Right.
is it is perfect. And then if I have a problem with the Dakota motor, I can move my kayak crate. I could spin all the way around, pull that thing up if I really needed to. I don't want to, but I
At
could
least it's
work
an
on.
option though.
Yeah.
Nice. So what does that one weigh then? Or did you tell me? What would it weigh roughly? Like, would it be 50, 60 pounds?
Um,
Considering it's a little like shorter than like the 10 foot one you had?
yeah, I want to say it's about, man, probably like 50, because it's heavy. It's definitely, I think it's whatever the Teton was, which I think is about 35, 40 pounds. I want to say this one's about 20 pounds more.
Okay.
Uh,
Still
I,
manageable then by yourself easily, hey?
oh yeah, and I still carb top it as well.
Nice.
Yep. I got two racks. I put like pool noodles on them, and all I do is I put like a I got like a painting tarp that I just put on the side of my car, and then I lean it up against my car, push, like get it up on those racks, and it
Right.
works really.
Nice. That's cool. Okay, I'll just put the end of this video. I'm gonna switch over then. You can tell me about your dealio here. I just gotta squeeze this. There we go. It's cool, hey. Like it's quite a bit wider than like you said, which probably makes it easy to stand in, right?
Right. Yep. I can stand really well. The only thing that thing doesn't do really well, it doesn't track really well. Like when you're using the motor, it seems like you
Oh,
always got
okay.
little adjustments. Like the smallest little wave will kind of push you all over the place. And oh, there it is. Yeah.
That's
So
a
when
nice seat, like you said, and it is a nice swivel. Oh yeah, especially if you do have the motor, like you said, whip around or whatever.
yep, and the seat not only does it do 60, but it can slide forward and backwards.
Oh, I see the tracks right there. Hey, you can go up quite a ways, and if you're short, or then give you more storage behind you too. Then hey,
And you can take that entire seat out. You could leave it up on your car when you tow it, but I and the guy I bought it off used to leave the seat up when he pulled it on the highway, but
yeah,
I take it off. I just feel better doing that.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
one
Oh,
thing
that's
you
top
definitely
view.
One thing you got, if you got the kayak, anyone who's ever looking into getting one of these, put the seat on it. Make sure it's the first thing you do. Don't rig your whole kayak. Don't put everything on your kayak
You'll get home fidget seat on. I bet.
because you need the seat to go very far back. Like we're all you can see on that top angle there. When the seat's all the way back, it's going to be where your crate is.
Right? Yeah.
I remember the first time I loaded that thing up, I'm all ready to go. I'm like, ah, damn it! I had to take the crate back out. Like
Yeah.
the motor, still get away with having the motor on first, but
Man, that's cool. So you got 4 rod holders. That's crazy. That's lots then for even for your net and 3 rods you can give her.
right. And you know what though? The funny thing is, I don't use the two on my right side because I'm one of those guys that like when I'm casting, if I put a rod there, I'm just gonna
Oh, snag it. Good point.
I snag it all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice to have them in general because sometimes I will still maybe if I'm while I'm traveling or doing whatever, I'll put them back there during the long trip out. Like
Right.
the spot I went to this week is it's almost 2 miles out. It's 1.75 miles to my spot.
Okay. That's yeah. Yeah. A little ways to go out then.
Yep, it's
Oh.
it is nice. So like as far as steering that thing, instead of like leaning back and constantly holding the Minn Kota, one thing I like to do is I'll try to get that where I'm going as straight as possible, and then I
Right.
just take the paddle, and then as I'm cruising, I just if I need to turn a little bit right, just dip my paddle into the water,
Right.
and it's way more comfortable
Oh, I bet. Hey.
than
So what's
pulling.
I have to ask you this then. Is this just like is that a flip over in the front for a compartment? It looks like a thing that flips or not?
So that black piece of plastic, that's where you put the battery. So you just
Oh, so that's where it goes. Okay.
that's all you use. Flip that up. It's got like a little orange rubber piece. You undo the orange rubber piece. You flip that thing straight forward, and
Okay.
battery's
Nice. So you got
that that most recent video I did where I did the review on that mini 100 amp hour battery. Near that video,
right.
about
I think I
three
remember
quarters
that.
about 3/4 through, I showed while I was cruising. I mean, I would never normally cruise with that thing wide open,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just so you can see that I really was using the battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, that's where that goes. I've even seen videos. I forgot how you pronounce the guy's name on. If you watch a lot of kayak videos, Alex, Aliex, something.
Okay.
He does a lot of kayak reviews, and he even took his kid out on one of these, and his kid was sitting on that black plastic piece, they're facing each other.
Right. Oh, this angle's way better. I can totally tell it's like a cap then. It was hard to tell from the top view to hold the battery or whatever.
Right.
Oh, it's got a little pin hook. Then if you have a trailer, then like
Yeah,
to pin it. Oh, look at that.
if you had like a little jet ski trailer or something, you could
Yeah,
like
yeah,
up on. It's nice,
yeah.
if you need for just anything you need to do something
Right.
around, or
So
you need.
is this similar for Canadian price? Would it be like 1,100 new American or whatever? I guess you got yours used, you said, but new would it be around 11 or 12 or something like that for
I
these
think
things?
last time I checked, I knew it was about 12.
Okay.
I got a
About
heck of it. I bought it used with a used trolling motor for $600 or six
Oh
hundred.
wow. How far from where you live? Then you probably don't have to go very far. Then hey.
And I know the guy too.
Oh,
Oh,
better not. Better.
yeah, I've only fished with him a couple times. But just I mean, I've never met you in person, but it's like that. I talked to him a little bit
Right. Yeah.
just through socially and everything. So
That's nice. That thing's neat. I like that. It looks stable too, just looking at it too. Just like a big old wide body on her hips or whatever.
like
Then
those
the
like areas where you do all that you could easily stand on the thing. I mean, you got to be careful. I'm sure it's not as stable as your I forget what they call it. You just told me. I forgot.
bass rate or whatever. You can still stand, but definitely like you said too, in the weight comes from other boats that never slow down. You better sit down because it still gets a little rocky though. It has like the pontoon style that I guess you've seen that, but definitely makes it way more stable.
Yeah, yeah. But when I'm sitting, I feel completely stable. Or kneeling, I feel stable. Like if I had to mess with the battery in the front, I feel stable kneeling on it. Not
Yeah.
like the not like the Teton. The one time I kneeled on it, I fell in. So don't never kneel on the Teton.
Yeah. I freaking my little green one I got. It's like the cheapest Canadian tire. I think it's like $4.99. The one I had for the longest time. You cannot stand on that. You can barely kneel on it. It's just tippy. You don't want to be
Oh,
standing or
yeah,
anything on that.
yeah. I think I made fun of your kayak before.
It's called the boost. I'll
What
find it or whatever. Yeah, the boost. I think is what it's called.
it gets a job. The thing about that kayak you had was the seat. That just looked uncomfortable to me.
Oh, there was basically it was just the molding of the plastic is all it
Right.
was. Yep.
I did a river trip once. We rented a cabin once, and they had some free, kayaks that we could use for free. And I took one of those kayaks that just had the seat like you had, and I'm
Okay.
talking like
Basically a
hour.
backrest in here it is. It's just the
Yeah,
backrest, right? Backrest, I mean, right?
right. After like an hour or 2 hours, I'm like, oh my god, my back was killing me.
Oh
So
god, yeah. And this freaking yeah. Hey, it's funny. Hey, I'm on a search term, or Google's ranking me still high. Just a Pelican Boost 100 or whatever. That's my that's my thumbnail. I made that
oh, yeah,
video like 3 or 4 years ago. I think when I first got it the first year.
they must still be getting on it if it made Google search.
In the
I
in
know.
the in the like the springtime, it usually does. Yeah, people still check it out or whatever. But I remember to see the seat here or whatever, like the two holes. I silicone those full because I'd always go out with my pants or whatever all the time. Like when it's kind of cool, I get wet, so I fill those holes with silicone.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I don't get wet. Yeah, it's super light and easy to drag around, but it's nothing fancy. I didn't have any rod holders or nothing, but
Yeah, and that
whatever.
Teton legs wet all the time on these on like my black pants or whatever, and you get soaked all the time. And my boat would get wet. I had two holes underneath me.
Oh yeah, friggin'. And then you went all day. Oh, I hate that. That's why it
Right.
made me so mad. That's why I like the seats on the. Oh, I guess I'll find it. Some people maybe haven't seen it. Yeah, that's why I like the swivel seats or whatever. Bass Raider. In the only place I could get the Pelican, the Bass Raider, it was literally Amazon. It was the only freaking place you could find it. They used to have it at Costco. I looked around a bunch of times. They didn't have it. And then they used to have it Cabela's in like Calgary used to have it. They didn't have it. But there was the Cabela's version one too. It wasn't called the Bass Pro. It was something like Pond Prowler. That's what it was called. It's exactly the same thing. It's just a little bit different, like color or style. But they didn't have them in it like ever or anything either. They're super hard to get. So basically, I had to pay overpriced on Amazon. But yeah, whatever. I
What do
guess.
you have the 10-foot version? Is that what you got?
I think it's 10. This thing. Yeah, I think it was 10 foot. I don't quite remember.
It's like an 8 even. Something they sell really small. I think.
Yeah, the earlier ones, the Pelican the ones were 8 foot, and then the bigger one is a 10. The one that I have, it's a 10 foot. But yeah, it's a little bit bigger, I guess. But it's
Right.
neat too that it has mounts on the front and the rear, so you could put the trolling motor on the front, and if you ever get a gas, you can put it on the. Oh, that's a question. That the gas on the back. That's what kind of trolling motor do you have on yours then, or what do you?
on my. Oh, by the way, that term I was looking for the whole time was the transom mount. The
Transom?
transom.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha, yeah.
What do I have? I have a. How many pound thrust do I have? I think I have a 55-pound thrust Minn Kota or 45
Oh,
pound.
use Minn Kota, that'd be decent. Mine's the other, it's a 55-pound thrust, but it's not the Minn Kota. It's kind of like an off-breed one, but it seems to be good so far. Oh, I don't remember the name of it. It's like, I'd have to look, I forget. Oh, Jenkins says he has the 8-foot pond prowler. Cool. Yeah, there's
Okay.
not much different. I don't think, anyways. I think all the bells and whistles are the same, like the little cuppy holders and stuff. I think it's just a little bit shorter. I guess you can get in your box a little bit easier. That'd be about the bonus there too.
Now with that, like how fast can you go on mine? Because mine, I go. I mean, it all depends on the waves and the wind, but usually mine will do about on the full 5 clicks. It'll do about 3.5 miles an hour. I've been close to 4 before, but normally it's like 3.5 miles an hour.
Do you have like a speedo on your Minn Kota?
So what I do is I'll be using my Garmin Striker 4, and that will show you
Do you know how I do it?
your phone. Oh, do you? Yeah.
That's just a guess. It's probably maybe a little slower because mine's not a Minn Kota. Forget the
Right.
brand name of that thing, but yeah, it would be similar, I'm assuming. Yours would probably be a little bit quicker.
You could probably do that with an app on your phone, right? Don't they have apps on your
Oh,
phone?
probably, yeah.
I mean, I would never look it up if my Garmin Striker 4 didn't have it. So,
Right.
but that's plenty fast because the fastest I could normally, like say I was paddling my ass off on my Teton,
Yep.
I would still at my max would still usually be about 3 to 3.5, and that was really just giving it everything I got. So the fact that I can
Yeah.
cruise, hands free basically.
Do you troll with it often, or?
I troll with it. Funny, I had gone like 2 years of fishing, like even trolling when I paddled. Like I put a
Yeah.
rod. I never caught a fish in like 2 years trying to troll, and then last year I caught tons of fish. Troll.
It's a fun way to do it too, especially on a little boat like that.
Especially topwater. That's the best.
Oh
Like,
God, it's so exciting. Yeah. Hey.
hear it behind, be cruising, you just hear like the explosion behind you. Like, oh crap,
Yeah. Oh man, that's fun.
One
We don't have.
One thing I did too last year, I didn't bring a crate the one time, and I spun that 360 seat behind me, and I was trolling Lake St. Clair. You don't got to really worry about hitting anything, when you're out in the middle of the lake,
Right.
and other boaters, but not like a tree.
Yeah, run you over or something.
So
Oh God.
I was going at like maybe 3 clicks on that Minn Kota. I spun around 360 facing the back of my boat, 2 rods out. And I'm just kind of chilling, just watching here, looking for the because I was struggling. I was actually struggling that day.
I give up. I'm just gonna sit here like this and see what happens. Get a fish.
Put 2 crankbaits on, just threw them out each side, and I just kind of cruised around. And then, every once in a while I get one. Oh, cool. Turn the motor off, reel one in.
Yeah, that's sick. Especially with the swivel seat, man. Just zip around.
Yeah, because I was getting tired of looking behind.
It gets hard on your neck too. Hey, I hate that.
I mean, you could be looking at your rod tip, whatever. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna spin around. I got to see if I can spin around. I'm gonna do it. Just hopefully, don't run into anybody not paying attention.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, one thing about the Bass Raider too, I can spin. I don't know if you can on yours or not. I guess, well, you can probably tell me, but I just go like half, like a 90 degree, and then I can put my feet on the side because it kind of like has like a little lip or whatever, and just kind of like, like heavy, like they got like the ukes and shit. It's like halfway like this. You control this way, then have the looking forward this way. It's not so hard on your neck because I can put my feet like right off this side. It's kind of handy.
Yep. I do that sometimes. They did it with the motor going, but like there have been times I've just turned the motor off. It's like when it's a gorgeous summer day.
Yeah.
I just take my sandals off, put my feet over into the hang them over the edge, hang them in the water, be fishing with my feet in the water.
Dipping your feet in a little spa out there and you're fishing. That's awesome.
I love it.
Did you bring your Epsom salts too and throw them in the water? That's awesome. That's a good idea though. Freaking hot out, and especially the reflection from the sun on the water.
I get some goofy looks from not only boaters but other kayakers that are other kayakers that have never seen anything like I got.
Oh, jeez.
Not very popular. So like,
there's a lot of good looks. Probably they're interested in it.
All right, I love it, man, because it just looks so weird. It does look. It is small. I was gonna say it looks small.
It's universal. It's mobile.
I'm the boat out on the water every single time. But
yeah,
I love it, man. And especially I don't know, like maybe if you weighed a lot, I don't know how well it would do if you weighed like not a lot, but they were 250 and up. I'm not sure what how well that boat would handle, but I only weigh 170 pounds,
Oh, same as me. Pretty same as me then. Yeah, that's
uh,
crazy.
I love it. My weight, it is the perfect ride. I'm not really interested in looking for any other boats or
Hey, and it's
anything.
one payment paid for. Not like these guys like $80,000 boats and stuff now. They're a lot of money.
All right. The best.
Oh,
There was a time last, like during the spawn, they're all on beds. These smallmouth are on their beds, and that time of year, the boats are all clumped up. It's just how it is. That's if you want to catch fish, they're all in one area.
oh yeah.
And you got all these extremely nice bass boats, bass cats, phoenix, all this stuff, and then here I come rolling up in like, well,
Go right between them, man. Just split the lanes like the bikes and weasel in. So
actually,
long, guys.
actually last year I didn't even have that catch yet, but I just cruised in there with this little kayak, and I'm,
That's
you know,
awesome. Just
yeah,
yanking them out too. Looking at them.
oh, yank fish. I'm like, hey, what's up, man?
That's awesome. Do you know what I want to do this year? As long as it's not a windy day, I want to get an umbrella because I got a bunch of rod mounts in the back. I want to get a big umbrella and stab it in, and it won't kill me with the sun out there. It's gonna be great. I want like a stupid, obnoxious umbrella. And I want to get a stupid flag too to go across the water too. I got.
I can't remember what company it was. I actually said no to this request because I'm like, at the time I had no need for it, but they had like this canopy I could have put like onto my
This.
kayak,
What was it? They have a what?
like a canopy.
Oh. You can hit
Yeah,
him back, then go find the email or get the company name.
yeah,
That'd be
I
cool.
forgot what it's called, but I like now I'm kind of like, I don't want it,
Oh
because
God. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Oscar said trolling sounds fun. Oh yeah, it is. It's kind of relaxing. Lots of people are against it up here too. Like, you're not really fishing, but it's freaking. It's nice to do and cover like ground too. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it, but
when I'm,
you can do
especially when
both.
especially when the top water is good, like in the summertime after the mayfly hatch, that's when top water really
Oh
does well.
yeah, yeah.
If I don't have a lot of crazy electronics. Like I said, I got the Garmin Striker 4. So sometimes if I'm having trouble finding them, like I said, I'll put a whopper plopper or a Chapo on the back. I'll just cruise around, and as soon as I get a blow up, I stop, and now I'm casting.
Oh, it's so
And
cool to see. The whopper plopper sounds so good on the water. Hey, he's like, they're
yeah,
just going. I love that sound too. It's so cool. They're
you
so
probably
fun to
catch,
do.
you probably catch pike with that.
Oh yeah, pike will hit top water. That's the only thing I have around here that's top water. Other than I guess trout can, they hit on the top, but it's not like you can fish with like that really. But oh, Todd McQueen says I see some guys using those Zodiac inflatable boats, 9.5 to 15 horsepower outboards, kind of neat and portable. An inflatable boat with a 10 horsepower engine. That's crazy. I'm not sure. I don't know what those ones look like. Zodiac inflatable boats. I have to look.
There's that same guy I was talking about. I cannot remember his last name to save my life, but he has the same boat I have, or the same kayak I have, and he put like, I think it was like a 5 horsepower gas motor on it, and he was just cruising around, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't want to get one.
Oh, these ones. Okay, I was thinking like the blow up ones you buy at Canadian Tire for like $50. I'm like, how does that work? These things are okay. These are sweet. They're tough. They got to be tough as nails. These things, hey, for hitting rocks and stuff.
Oh, they got to be right. I always got nervous with inflatables, but then I seen like inflatable paddle boards, and those things
Yeah,
are fun.
yeah, right.
Not like what I thought an inflatable was.
They're tough. Some are like Kevlar or something, I think. Well, that one's got a campy thing on top. That's cool. Hey, yeah, you'll know this. You're the bass fisher guy. What are these boats called? Okay, I'm gonna show you the picture here. This is not it, but it's this kind of style. They got the steering wheel in the center, and they're like a hard aluminum, like low cut flat bottom, like boat, like a one you stand on top with, like for fishing bass. Like, what's that style called? You guys have them
Oh,
down there. What?
um, center something. What is it
You know
called?
what I mean though? Like those style, they're kind of cool. Aren't they made for like low level like water and stuff? Like they can skim the tops and like they're meant for that kind of like terrain and really tough for hitting rocks and stuff.
Oh, so what I'm thinking of is not what you're thinking of. So you're thinking about something where you can go in low depth with them.
I think that's what they're for. Maybe not. It just kind of seems like it, but they just look like tough boats. I think they're aluminum too. The
Oh, I
ones
don't.
I've seen anyways. I don't really know. I'm not much of a boat guy. I don't really know that.
I'm not sure. I'm over. It's funny how dumb I am. I'm over here trying to like move your screen that you're looking. Oh, I'm kind of like,
Why isn't it working?
Oh my, because I was trying to look at one of the boats on it. I'm like, what is that one? That one's kind of like looking.
Clicking on it, it's not working. That's great.
Oh, it is, it's late for me, so obviously it's showing
Yeah,
up.
no kidding. You're like almost 11 o'clock.
Where's Todd McQueen at? Sees him. He sees those boats.
That's the ones I just the Zodiac ones or whatever he said.
Oh, Oscar's in here. Oscar's always on my channel leaving comments. What's up, Oscar?
Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't recognize that name.
You know what? I always before I recognize the name, I always recognize his little Buzz Lightyear in a suit icon.
That's awesome. Is that what it is? I can't see. Is Buzz?
Yeah, I think it's when it's bigger, it's like Buzz Lightyear wearing a suit or something.
That's cool. To infinity and beyond. Man, those are good cartoons. I still like watching them with the kids. They're freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, I knew you'd have all the answers for like the kayaks and stuff because I'm not really into them like you guys are. Oh, that's my other question. Mirage or the regular pedal style?
Are you talking about
the pedal drive system?
Where they go up and down, or like
yeah, like that with them. Or the prop drive. I've read that they're both got their pros and cons. My quick little bit of research, but what do you think?
I mean, people that have the Hobie, they swear by that back and forth motion, and honestly, they look like
the Mirage style, not the prop one.
Right? Are you talking about the ones that look more like bicycle pedals?
The bicycle pedals, but the props. There's just the prop drive one, or the Mirage ones that they fan like for the drive system. You know what I mean?
Right. So so the people that do have those, the Hobies, the Mirage,
Hobie Mirage.
They swear by that thing.
Yeah.
And the only thing I had against it was when I first saw that, the ones that don't have a reverse, like if I have a pedal kayak, I need to have reverse, and some of those, I think the Mirage can go in reverse.
It can. There's that's the thing that everybody said. You got to pull like a rope to engage reverse. It's not like you can thrust backwards like the prop one.
Right. Whereas like if you just had a prop one, all you do just like a bicycle, basically is reverse your pedaling. But yeah, like I would I don't know what I prefer. I've never used either one.
Okay. Yeah, me either.
If I have a pedal drive, the main thing I want a pedal drive for, other than moving quickly to a spot, is when I'm hooked up in a fish about to pull me under a dock or something like that, I want to be able to quickly.
So use the prop then would be better then. That's yeah. Instant reverse. Other than if your hands are on the rod, you got to pull the freaking cord or whatever to go in reverse. Then
that's the only reason that's the only reason I've ever even thought about
using
a pedal. Now that I have the power, I would just quickly lean back and just flip
the switch, man. It's way better than that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's the flaws that between the two videos I watched or whatever too. The guys didn't like it because it wasn't instant reverse, like you said. You have to flick a switch or pull the cord up, whatever. Oh, Trevor,
I don't like that pedals have it clutters up all your space. So I don't think I would pedal now because you got that big pedal drive in your way.
Right. A lot of storage. Yeah, it takes up space too. Trevor, is it Mako Boat? I just switched the screens. Yeah, this was it. It was very similar. Where's one? Like this one right here. Trevor's right then. That must be it. This guy, I think. Like that kind of style.
It hasn't showed up yet on mine. Let's see.
Give it a few seconds probably. Yeah, it's like the skiff boat then, I guess. That's kind of like, that's like the ones I was looking at.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're kind of neat. Maybe they're not for like low areas or like shell areas. I kind of maybe thought that, but I think I'm wrong. But they're kind of cool looking. There's some other really mean looking ones too. Like they were all like camouflaged up too. They looked really sweet. There's some other.
The boats where you drive in the center like that. I've always liked that if you had not multiple people. Like say you had like 3-4 people on your boat.
Yeah.
Everyone could have room to fish. Like you could fish on the side.
That's true too. It isn't off to the corner or the side, like taking up the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely that must have been it then. There's a few more styles like this too. That's cool. You must be able to stand all over it.
I don't see those around me where I'm at though. I've never really seen one like that around.
Yeah. Well, maybe they are for shallower spots. Look shallow there. It could be. Maybe-ish. Or in between. Yeah, they look cool. I'd have fun with one of those. Maybe they're not like super Trevor, are they expensive? Do I even want to look at prices on these? Probably a lot.
I was about to ask if you the front, but yeah, you can stand on the front and everything too. That's cool.
That is neat. Yeah. I seen some guys take like old aluminum boats too, and then just like plywood it up and make it level, make it into like a bass boat or whatever.
Right. I saw Roland Martin did this where he would take a boat that's not like a John boat or something like that,
Okay.
and he would put pieces of plywood on it to almost make it like a bass boat where you could stand in on the front of it. So if
Nice
you're
and
creative,
handy.
you don't need to spend, get a nice boat or a nice functioning boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm more than happy. Like our boats too, like the Pelican. You can just throw it in the box of my truck by myself. You definitely gotta like I like lift the front end up and then I hold it rested there in the box so it doesn't slide down. I jump the box. Then I have a tie down. I hook it to and then hook it to the front so it doesn't fall off. Because if on like a cheap angle, like a steep angle, or no, I said that wrong. I go in the box of my truck and then I use my back to lift it up on the tailgate and then I hold it with a strap. And then, because if it's steep or whatever, it's going to slide off. It's done that to me before I started
Right.
doing that. Then I just grab the back and lift it up and push it in while it's hooked on the front. Because it slides off easily if it's like steep or whatever.
On yours, do you have the hook on the front of it like mine did, or
Just like handles a grab or whatever. I just
you
use
didn't
those to put the
didn't
trap.
have that metal ring on the
No,
front?
it doesn't have that though. No,
Okay.
no. Gary says John boat. Let's look at these styles too, just in case there's the other ones as well.
Well, I mean, I know what a John boat is because I got
Oh,
mine is technically considered like a John boat.
well, this kind of looks like them too now. Like this. Like that. Ah, those look very similar too now. So what style is that fishing? Like just a whatever kind of bass fishing boat or what? Hey, look at this thing. He's got a thing on the front.
That's what I was saying. That Roland Martin took something like that and
That's
put his own.
neat.
That,
Yeah. That's cool.
whoa.
Look at that thing. So what's the like is this meant for like hauling ass? What's their like designed like feature of these things? Or just a different style and do whatever? Is it like really good in certain something?
A lot of the guys will take John boats and turn them into like a boat for duck hunting.
Oh.
Ammo them out, put all their decoys in it, drive around, it'll hunt right out of their
That would
right
be
out.
good. Yeah. That makes sense. Nice and low and sleek for getting around and everything. Yeah. So what else did you guys talk about with kayaks then? Like the bad ones? The ones you shouldn't buy then was the title looked like? Crappy
Yeah.
yaks?
The guy we were talking to, he's got a channel called the Bearded Paddler, and he works for like a kayak, like a distribution company type of thing. So he's got pretty good knowledge on what is good, what is bad,
Oh, okay.
and
What sells, what doesn't?
right. And there were a couple kayaks that made his list that were not good, not that great, like the Bass Pro Ascend. Like if you ever seen like the Ascend 12B and stuff like that.
I'm gonna type it in Bass Pro
Or
Ascend.
you Ascend, like ASCEND 12T.
Oh, okay. Here it is. I'm gonna switch it over then. Yeah, tell me about this. What you're talking about, in case people know or people
Like
you
you-
can get heads up. So
And
this
range,
thing
it's kind of like a budget kayak for the size,
kind of looks like a bathtub.
right? And it doesn't look like it'd be very maneuverable. Let me see if you got, yeah.
Just blocky looking, kind of wouldn't really cut the water very well.
But it's just they're kind of, I guess they're kind of cheaply made from what everybody's been saying. And
Good to know.
you're talking about, I don't know if Darius is still here. He probably went to bed by now, but D Ken Fishing. Darius had one of these, and the first season he had it, he didn't even drag it that much. Well, sometimes you have to drag a kayak a little bit.
Right.
He rarely dragged it. And the first season he had it, luckily he was out with friends. He was out like in the middle of the lake.
Oh
All of a
no.
sudden
Little
like,
hole.
man, I'm kind of going slower. Oh man, I'm kind of lower in the water.
Oh, jeez.
His buddy
Paddle quick, man. You got to go fast to get that water out.
They were out like a half mile, and
Oh, man.
trap, and they towed him in as quick as they could. And he was basically when he got to the shore, at the point where he was about to fall in. And he had a hole. He had a huge hole in the bottom, and he hardly dragged the thing. So
That sucks. You know what? I wondered that about even like any of the kayaks because they're really not even, they're like an eighth, maybe some of them. Even the Pelicans, they don't seem that thick unless the bottom hull is actually a little thicker, like where the points are. Maybe they reinforce those and make those thicker, but I don't know. They don't seem that freaking thick.
No, especially the one I have. It like the catch power when I do go to strap it onto my roof. I never noticed it with my Teton. Like no matter how hard I strapped it down, I never seen the thing bend ever.
That's good.
But that Pelican, it actually bends onto the like bends around the bars. You know, I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh,
It's just a softer than or thinner, maybe
yeah.
different.
It's like a
Eight,
soft plastic bottom. Also, I'm also strapping on differently. The other one was like on one of those angled on the J straps or
right?
the J. Whereas now I strap it bottom flat down, so it is like a softer plastic. I'll strap it down tight, but not
Yeah,
too
I
tight.
don't think it would ever stay like that. It just kind of mold around it. I don't think it ever like crease it and stay. It's
Right,
just the poly, yeah. What is it? Polypropylene or whatever the hell it's called.
right.
It's
Well, mine actually, the last owner, it's where it will go on the racks. It does have a very slight bend. I don't know if that's why it tracks a little bad too, but I won't like if I'm going out in the morning. Like with my other kayak, I would put that thing on my car overnight. That way, in the morning, I'll just get in my car and drive.
yeah,
With, with the way it bends around those bars like that, I won't put it on until I'm ready to go. Like I'll put the rack on my car, and then in the morning,
right.
because I don't all night with that plastic
Mm,
bent around the bar.
I do that like with even the first kayak in my Pelican thing. Like I don't tighten them like very tight, or if I load it in the night before, I don't like ratchet it until the morning too, just because they do
Right.
kind of same thing.
Yeah.
It'd be like a person with a shorter foot. You're just gonna walk in
Right.
a circle. You're gonna be paddling in a circle. It's gonna be bent off to the side or something like
Right.
that. Yeah, and I seen those kits you can get. I forget what the rubber's called. You can put on the bottom of your kayaks to reinforce it or whatever, or if it's rubbed through. This one guy was doing a. Do you know what
I
I
got
mean?
I got some of that on the previous owner had some of that on there, and I what are those called?
Yeah, they're like little square, like 12 by 12s or something like that, and then they like stick on. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like an epoxy or whatever, but they just mold on or whatever, however kind of
Yeah.
glue, heat
I
glue it
forgot.
on.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have. They're like black strips. You glue. They got like the back that you put
Yeah,
onto there.
that's the same ones I seen. Then yeah, it's got to be. I
Keel
wouldn't
guard
even. Yeah, what's that?
called keel guards.
Is it okay?
It's called a keel guard.
It wouldn't even
So
be a bad idea to put that on even when you get your unit. If it's brand new, then it's just gonna scrape that off first.
yeah, where it's nice to have it is the one piece that was on there. He put it on. The one I had, he had it on the bottom on the rails, kind of going all the way down. Then he had it on the front, like where if you were going to hit the
Going into shore or something.
yeah, when you're going to go on the shore. Now that piece fell off. I kind of need to put a new piece on there.
Yeah,
But that's the best spot you want to have it. So when you do go up to the boat launch, whatever, like
you
I
just
go up on,
scrape a little bit.
yeah, what though I don't go head first into the boat launch. Right when I get there, I'll kind of turn myself sideways,
Right.
and get off to the side. I don't. Some people just go as fast as they can back to
I
the
know
boat.
the feet won't get wet. You got to go hard as you can.
Right. Like
Yeah.
I got boots, or I'll get my feet wet. I don't care. I don't like putting any damage into my kayak. I don't
Yeah,
have to do.
it's only a matter of time till it actually does start getting rubbed through. My green one, like I haven't pulled it that much on like dirt or gravel, but it's a little scratched up, but it's not too bad.
Right.
And
Gator
then,
patch. Somebody said gator patch.
oh, okay, yeah, gator patch. You could probably do a bunch of different things that work. I wonder if like that Line X for like your box would work too on those. Maybe not. Maybe that would scrape off really easy, but it's meant for box trucks. But that's going to metal though too. I don't know if it'd
Right.
go to that. Gator patch. Kayak. Let's see if that is the same.
And some
Oh
things
yeah,
just
this stuff's called. It does work then. Or I meant
don't.
for kayaks or whatever you said. Here we go.
Yeah. You just gotta make sure it's gonna stick to that. That plastic, a lot of people don't stick to it. So
Right, that'd be a problem. Just nail it. Right,
yeah,
Brian? Put some nails in it or some Ardox, 3 inches, some deck screws. God.
yeah. So that patch looks basically like the stuff I have on mine, except mine is
Yeah.
black.
Kayak keel guard repairs flat and curved surfaces. Yeah, it's good to have. I imagine it's not gonna hurt it. Yeah, it's only a matter of time till they actually do get rubbed through. I imagine for use.
Yeah.
Huh. $82. Nice.
Yeah, I do know. Like for what it looks like, I did remember it was kind of expensive, but whatever. If it's gonna protect your boat, it might be worth it.
Yeah, be way worse getting a big hole in there.
And you're basically paying $80 for like a little strip of rubber, sticky rubber.
Yeah,
But
it's an option at least though.
right.
Options are better than no options, especially when you buy an expensive kayak or whatever else.
Yeah.
That's cool. Good to know. I think that was my main kayak questions because I'm like, oh yeah, you guys are doing a kayak video or live tonight. So then I thought of those ones because I was literally just looking at those the other day, and I was kind of wondering about that. Yeah.
When do you guys water pretty like in the next like month or so?
When the water's open?
Normally.
Last year it was, pretty much, yeah. Was it the end of March, I think? Because we almost had a little bit of ice till the end, like when season opened up again, because it's closed March or whatever, or April. I mean, it's March right now. April, sorry, the end of April.
Gary says
Flex tape.
you know what flex tape? Joking. You know what that is? That's like you know, like Flex Seal.
Oh God.
like-
there you go.
Like
Slap
that
it
thing.
on. Yeah.
Slap it right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, end of April then, because yeah, April it's closer season. But yeah, another month and a half, give or take. Who knows? It's been warm lately. It may be gone like in a half a month. Who knows how it'll change the weather? But that'd be all right though.
People don't, you know how that you ever see that commercial where he takes a screen door and puts it on the bottom of a boat. Flex Seal on it?
Yes, I know which one that is now.
Crap does not work. I had a hole in a garbage can that I wanted to seal. And I can't tell you how many layers of that I had to put on just to seal my garbage can. All right, so don't ever think you're gonna swim around.
Yeah.
You know that thing on your boat and trust that.
Is the flex tape the commercial too? The guy saws the bowl right in half too, and then he puts this tape on it too, then puts it back in the water for the commercial.
It might be. I know the one thing I always see on the flex tape commercials, like they got that big cylinder filled with water and there's a hole coming out.
Oh yeah, and he like okay.
Right, yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure it works like that. Yeah.
Such a lie. Yeah, I know. Freaking advertising. It's great.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that old commercial. That's funny. I wonder if it was the flex tape one with the old boat. They saw it in half.
Right.
Oh,
my car just normally. I guess if you run your car for a long time, even I guess it will turn off.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that was never stayed in my car long enough. You probably have with ice fishing and everything.
Like it just like your interior, like your regular power you said went off or whatever you.
Like my car was, you know, I have my car running out here in the driveway, and it just turned off.
Really? No, I didn't know. Not my truck, anyways. What year is that?
I don't know. A couple of years. It's probably like 3 years old, 2021.
Oh, see, okay, yeah, I don't have, mine's not that new. No, that's probably just a safety reason then or something. Or an eco-friendly reason.
Or so you don't, you know, start the thing in your garage by accident.
Yeah, never know. People forget things, so.
Right. Oh
well. That's all right. So what kind of, like, how long does it take you to load it on your roof then and strap it down? Would be like not even 10 minutes, hey?
Not even. I'd say it takes longer to, well, about equal time. It takes maybe like 5 minutes to put the, I have bars that I like with suction cups that I have to strap through the inside of the car here. Like I don't have a permanent rack up there, so I have to put my rack up. It takes like 5 minutes, and then like another 5 minutes to put my boat up. Really easy.
Man, just the convenience too. You don't like guys that always got to hook up a trailer and use a dock and everything too. That would suck. It's so much nicer to just throw it on and go.
Yep. And the only problem I ever had with that is like if I put those on overnight or if it's raining at all, like those straps come in through the car, right? So the seal isn't perfect where the straps is.
Right. Yeah.
Moisture come in sometimes. There's been times where it was I was dripping onto my shoulders. I'm driving home, whatever. I just grab a
yeah. Yeah.
Driving, but
yeah, you could roll down both windows in the back and put her sideways through. That'd be great. Strap her to the wheels like you've seen some of those guys do, and drive away with their tie down and snap them off.
You never forgot that you have that one thing tied to your wheel, right? You never forgot to take that thing off before you rolled off with it, right? For the heater.
Oh yeah. Could you imagine it? Oh, that'd be terrible. You look behind, you just be all bent up and rolled. Oh yeah. I imagine this happened to somebody over time, just forgetting, just drive away.
Your truck's so nice. Platinum edition truck, man. Just destroy it.
Rip the fender off, everything. Whoops. Yeah. Oh god. It's a handy little like stand though. Works good for that. It's just a regular like automotive step or whatever for like working on it or camping or whatever else for short people getting in the box of trucks or whatever. Works pretty good.
Yeah.
Just drill the hole in the bottom for the exhaust and yeah, good to go.
Right.
We can call it. I'm tired too, even. And you're like, you got to go to work, and it's 11 there now. Hey, no,
Yeah.
12. You're 2 hours ahead. It's 11 then, right?
It is 11:04 where I'm at.
Ah, yeah,
What is 9:04?
yeah. 2 hours behind.
It never changed. So
Yeah, yep, yep. It is. He cut it in half. That is. I'm right. That is the video. And the guy, yeah, he cuts the skill saw, cuts the boat in half, and then picks it up and drives down the water.
yeah.
It's so funny. Oh god, that's a funny video. I forgot all about those, man. It reminds me like the old videos, like the ShamWow guy or whatever, or Slap
Yeah.
Chop, whatever.
Right.
By Slap Chop. Oh, that's good stuff. That's all right. Yeah, may as well call it then. Hey, you're tired. You got to work. I got to do a few things tomorrow, or whatever. But that'd be all right.
But thanks for the invite. I'm almost I'm all I can man like I can't even talk. I was gonna say thanks for the invite. I always like being on the channel. So
No, thanks for coming. Good intel though. I liked the questions or the answers about the kayaks because I knew you'd have them. You're the kayak guy. I'm not.
yeah, this was kind of like just like an impromptu one. So I think we did okay.
Yeah,
Plan.
really? We didn't plan anything. See, Jason, if you're watching, we don't got to plan anything. You just gotta wing it.
Not really doing something else.
Yeah, that's all right.
Nah, bad. He sounds like he's actually legitimately sick. So hope he gets better. Hopefully make the next one.
Yeah, poor guy. Oh well, I'll have to bug him. He's probably asleep right now. Spam text him after this. Wake him up. Wake up, man. Oh, it's all right. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for watching then. I don't know what the next one will be. It depends when we have time off. I guess the way it works out.
Right.
It's like text and ask. You guys do anything? Usually one person is, one isn't. Very seldomly all of us aren't, I guess.
I hope someone going to be upset about no duck race.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's all right.
Next time we'll do maybe 2 in the next one then.
Right.
2 in the next one. We'll do that. Okay. You have to remind me. Gary, I think you're the one who asked that, I think. Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's asking about the duck race. Yep, Gay Hoffer. Yep. I'm not fishing in Duncairn. Yeah, sorry. Okay.